In the vastness of the Orion sector, aboard the colossal starship Silur Dominion, a gathering of alien dignitaries had assembled. The chamber buzzed with energy as representatives from various advanced civilizations flaunted their technological marvels. Gravity-bending cannons, plasma disintegrators, and mind control devices. These demonstrations weren't just for show. They were a statement of power, a reminder that only the strongest survived in this vast, competitive galaxy. Amidst this overwhelming display of cosmic superiority stood Captain Elias Grant, the lone human delegate from Earth. Humans were newcomers on the galactic stage. Earth had only recently been welcomed into the Intergalactic Federation after decades of exploration and negotiation. To many species, humans were primitive, a fledgling race from a backwater planet, their technology outdated, their achievements insignificant. Humanity's history of war, resilience, and adaptation was largely dismissed as irrelevant by these advanced civilizations. Captain Grant, wearing Earth's deep blue formal uniform, carried a small, peculiar object strapped to his side. It was ancient by galactic standards, a firearm from centuries ago. This simple, crude projectile weapon made of steel and wood, known as a Colt M1911, was an artifact of Earth's early industrial era. To the assembled aliens, it was a relic, no more threatening than a museum piece. The demonstration commenced, and the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. One by one, the representatives showcased their planet's most fearsome weapons. The Varnic General presented their ion disruptor, a monstrous cannon capable of vaporizing a starship's hull in mere seconds. Its activation sent ripples through the chamber, accompanied by a low hum that made even the bravest attendees shift uncomfortably. Next, the Dureth Ambassador, a sleek and tentacled being with an unsettlingly calm demeanor, revealed a terrifying bioplague weapon. A single droplet could reduce an entire city to ash within hours, dissolving both organic and inorganic material with terrifying efficiency. The display of devastation left a palpable tension in the room, broken only by the alien equivalent of applause, a series of harmonious, high-pitched chimes. That it was humanity's turn. Captain Grant stepped forward with measured confidence. His presence was steady, and his eyes reflected the determination of a species that had survived against all odds. From his belt, he unstrapped the small pistol and held it aloft for the audience to see. A wave of confusion and poorly concealed amusement rippled through the chamber. This, Grant began, his voice cutting through the murmurs, is a firearm from Earth's early 20th century. It fires a solid projectile at high speed using an explosive chemical reaction. Laughter erupted throughout the hall. The Dureth Ambassador's voice slithered through the air, thick with condescension. You expect this primitive relic to impress us? Our shields can withstand star-level energy bursts. That outdated toy can do nothing. Grant remained unfazed. I'm not here to impress. I'm here to demonstrate. The council leader, a crystalline entity known as Xyr, shimmered with amusement and waved dismissively. Proceed, human. Show us what this artifact can do. A target drone floated into position, shimmering behind layers of advanced energy barriers designed to neutralize any known energy-based weapon. The collective confidence in the room was palpable. No primitive human weapon could possibly pose a threat. Captain Grant raised the M1911, taking careful aim. His fingers squeezed the trigger. The crack of the gunshot was jarring, echoing unnaturally loud in the sterile metallic chamber. The simple projectile cut through the air like a knife through silk, bypassing the sophisticated energy shield as if it didn't exist. The bullet struck dead center, punching a clean hole through the drone's metallic core. Sparks flew violently, and the device crashed to the floor in a heap of smoldering debris. Silence followed, thick and suffocating. Shocked whispers spread like wildfire among the dignitaries. How did that happen?" stammered the Varnuk general, his voice stripped of its earlier bravado. Grant holstered the weapon smoothly. "Your shields are calibrated for energy-based attacks, plasma, ion beams, particle discharges. They're designed to absorb or deflect high-energy assaults. But this," he patted the side of his holster, "this fires a simple piece of metal. It's a physical object, moving fast enough to bypass energy-based defenses entirely. Your shields don't even recognize it as a threat." The aliens exchanged uneasy glances, their earlier confidence crumbling. Seer leaned forward, curiosity replacing amusement. "Are you implying that a primitive weapon from your world can bypass our most advanced defenses?" Grant nodded. Simplicity can be the deadliest sophistication. Sometimes the most advanced technology overlooks the simplest dangers. The Dureth ambassador's tone shifted from mockery to cold calculation. "How many of these weapons does your species possess?" Grant allowed himself a small, knowing smile. "Billions, and that's just the beginning." The mood in the room transformed. Arrogance gave way to fear, a realization dawning on them that humanity's apparent weakness was, in fact, an unforeseen strength. In that single moment, the galaxy learned a harsh lesson: never underestimate humanity's ingenuity. The simplicity of their tools concealed the depth of their survival instincts, honed through centuries of war, hardship, and relentless adaptation. Earth was no longer just a newcomer on the galactic stage. With one ancient gunshot, Captain Elias Grant had shifted the balance of power. As the dignitaries silently processed what had just occurred, Grant's thoughts drifted back to Earth, its history of overcoming insurmountable odds, its endless conflicts, and its undying resilience. Somewhere, deep in the cold silence of space, humanity's ancestors might have smiled too, knowing that sometimes the old ways remained the deadliest of all.